Hi, I'm Shane Jonas, and this is the introduction to Open-RPC. So what is Open-RPC? It's a simple JSON description of JSON-RPC APIs. And in about 10 minutes from now, you'll be able to grasp the fundamentals of JSON-RPC, interact with a live JSON-RPC server, explain the problem of describing JSON-RPC, and harness the power of the Open-RPC inspector. So what is JSON-RPC? Well, it's a lightweight remote procedure protocol, and you can use it over many transports like sockets, HTTP, other messaging environments, and it's just really simple. You can check out the whole spec here at JSONRPC.org/specification. I'm going to go a bit over about some of the fundamentals here, like what a request looks like. So it just has like an ID, which is a unique ID, JSON-RPC, which gives the version 2.0, and then the method that you're calling. So in this case, list pets, and then the params in this case is like how many to give back is 1, and the response we get is name, Fluffy, breed, poodle, in an array of pets here. And the other thing in the spec is notifications, which is just a one-way message, and that is indicated by not having an ID. And in this case, we have, the method pet created, and the params is 1. The other thing you can do is batch these requests up in an array across the wire, which just gives you like a lot of flexibility in making requests. And the last thing I want to talk about here is the reserved methods, which means the method names, they can't begin with RPC dot. Those are reserved for system extensions. And the system extensions, those are all optional. And one of those system extensions we'll talk about today, which is rpc.discover, that gives you nice discovery and things for OpenRPC. So let's check out a demo. What we're going to demo is the inspector, and it's pointing right now at the mock server to PetStore 1.0.0. And here's just like a short link to that you can follow. And I'm just going to do that here. So, okay, we're in the inspector here. And let's just take a look at like what we have. So on the left-hand side here, we have a transport dropdown, which gives us like different transport options to interact with this thing. We have the play button. And next we have connected. And this next one here is the OpenRPC document detected icon, which just means that the URL provided here responds to rpc.discover, and that's going to give us a bit more features in the inspector, like auto-completion and validation and stuff. And then obviously this is the JSON-RPC server URL that we're going to try and hit. And this, like I pointed out before, this is what a JSON-RPC request looks like. So we can see, ID 0, JSON-RPC 2.0, and method. Well, we don't really know what the method is, but that's where OpenRPC comes in, right? So now that it's detected the document, you can actually see right now it's giving us this yellow squiggly line. That's going to give us validation as to what methods this thing takes. So it's saying like the valid values are list pets, create pet, and get pet. So let's just do our example from before, list pets. And you can see it's auto-completing for me already, which is really nice. And then the other thing it's giving me is like this little eye thing here. If I click that, it gives me a bit more information about it, like longer form information. And I get that for all of them actually, which is really nice. So let's autocomplete list pets and hit the API with the play button. And there we go. We made our first JSON-RPC request. And looks like we got a result here that gives us like our fluffy poodle. So the next request we're going to make is get pet. And this thing says, okay, array has too few items, expected one or more. So we actually have some nice validation on the params. And the one big thing is like you don't actually know what this thing takes, like what does get pet take, but the RPC discover document gives us the validation to say like, oh hey, this doesn't actually take a Boolean, it takes an integer. So say we did like 7, for example, that was our example before, and we should get like fluffy poodle back again, right? Where it's now it's just the singular get pet and we get the singular result. And then let's just check out like our last method here, create pet. And instead of writing this by hand, what we can do is we can autocomplete this. And what it's going to do is it has like examples built in. So we do like a create pet example, and we already have fluffy poodle. So let's do like Lulu the Frenchie. And so we hit like create pet, and now we got a new pet ID back, and we're set. We successfully used all the methods for this API. So this is really nice, and the nice thing about the inspector is we can inspect the inspector and check out the actual Chrome dev tools, and we can just check out what this thing's kind of doing behind the scenes. And yeah, let's hit this once more so it picks it up. And we go in here to our example. We can check out like what the request payload looks like and everything, and the response. But the nice thing about this is we can go into copy and copy as curl, and we can pop open like on a terminal and paste it in here. There we go. It's just going to put in like a user agent, and we are going to just make a normal JSON-RPC request, with the stuff we put in, and then boom, we get the nice response back here, same as we saw in the browser. And this is just to show off that you can easily just create like a nice little light client by using the existing tools in the browser. So yeah, I'm gonna pop back into the slides, and yeah, so that's kind of it for the demo. And if you want to learn more and figure out what to do on your next steps, I would check out the openrpc.org and the Getting Started guide there, and check out the Gitter chat for OpenRPC. Okay, thanks.